If you've been watching the cryptocurrency leaderboards as closely as I have, then you've probably noticed an interesting phenomenon. Exchange tokens are quickly rising up the ranks, and almost all of them have seen exponential growth over the past few months. Now, this is not all that surprising, given that these tokens offer perks to traders on their respective exchanges, and trading volumes on centralized exchanges have increased in accordance with the bull market. However, that's not all these exchange tokens are used for. Many cryptocurrency exchanges are also building out their own centralized DeFi ecosystems, which add an entirely new dimension of use cases to exchange tokens, namely as payment for network fees. If Binance's BNB is any indication, these exchange tokens may just be getting started. So today, I'm going to be taking a closer look at the Binance coin, as well as the Huobi token and the FTX token, to see if they have any actual potential, or whether all this recent price action is just smoke and mirrors. Before we get started, I've got a special song for you. Oh, nothing in this video is financial advice. If you think that it is, then you better think twice. This is just to help you with your own research, so DYOR or you're gonna get hurt. Hey! Now, if you're wondering what just happened, then you must be new here. My name is Guy, and I am a connoisseur of everything crypto. Here at the Coin Bureau, I bring you the highest quality information you'll find about the cryptocurrency market. News, reviews, exchanges, DeFi protocols, and technical analysis tutorials are just a few of the topics I cover on a daily basis, and all with a minimum of singing, I promise. So if this is the sort of content you crave to consume, be sure to subscribe to the channel and ping that notification bell to stay in the loop. I've left a few timestamps in the video timeline that you can use to skip around to the topics that tempt you the most. First up, BNB. Binance is the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world by trading volume. It was founded in China and moved out of the country in 2017 prior to the Chinese government's ban on crypto trading. Now, while Binance is based in Malta, it is technically registered in the Cayman Islands and Seychelles. BNB is a cryptocurrency used in Binance's ecosystem. Now, given the size of this ecosystem, BNB has no shortage of use cases. For starters, over 90% of Binance employees receive their salary in BNB. On the Binance exchange, traders can get a 25% discount on trading fees when paying them in BNB. And according to the BNB white paper, this trading discount will diminish as time goes on, and BNB will no longer provide any perks for traders after July 2022. Speaking of trading, there are over 100 trading pairs with BNB on the Binance exchange with ample volume. BNB can also be used for everyday purchases via the Binance card and will be one of the 5 cryptocurrencies supported by the upcoming Binance Pay service. Binance Pay is described as a, quote, crypto-based PayPal rival and is expected to launch in alpha sometime next year. That said, BNB can already be used to book flights and hotels, buy music and gift cards, and even pay for website servers. Merchants can also accept BNB as payment using over half a dozen plugins, including coin payments and now payments. However, it seems most of the demand for BNB is coming from its use in Binance's booming CeDeFi ecosystem, where it's used for trading, collateral for lending, liquidity mining, and of course, gas fees. You can learn more about Binance's CeDeFi ecosystem by watching my recent video about it. Be sure to open up a new tab using that link in the top right and giving it a gander after you've done watching this one. BNB initially began as an ERC20 token and sold during an ICO round held by Binance in the summer of 2017. This saw 100 million BNB sold at a cost of around 11 cents each, raising around $15 million in total. 80 million BNB were allocated to the Binance team, and another 20 million BNB were given to angel investors. BNB had initial supply of 200 million and is deflationary due to the quarterly burns conducted by Binance. This is where Binance uses 20% of its quarterly profits to burn BNB. This burning will continue until the supply of BNB reaches 100 million. So far, just under 30 million BNB has been burned, with the most recent burn taking place in January of this year. Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao noted that he wants to accelerate the burning of BNB so that the 100 million target is met within the next 5 to 8 years. Now, it is worth pointing out that this is not entirely clear where these burned tokens are coming from. References to Binance's, quote, repurchasing plans were removed from the Binance white paper in April 2019. And to add to the confusion, Binance announced that same month that they would be burning the 80 million BNB team allocation as part of their ongoing quarterly burns instead of vesting it over 4 years. Binance apparently holds just over 53 million BNB between 4 wallets on the Binance chain, which is now the native chain of the BNB coin. This 27 million BNB difference lines up quite nicely with the amount of BNB burned so far. In addition to the Binance chain, BNB also exists on the Binance Smart Chain as a BEP20 token, where it's used to pay for gas fees to interact with various CeDeFi protocols. The total value locked in these CeDeFi protocols corresponds quite nicely to the price action of BNB, which has seen a comfortable 5x since the start of the year. BNB is the largest of all exchange tokens, and by a comfortable margin. While it may continue to grow, this growth seems to depend on Binance's CeDeFi ecosystem, and the adoption of those protocols seems to boil down to the low gas fees offered by the Binance Smart Chain. From where I'm standing, low gas fees are the only selling point of Binance's CeDeFi ecosystem. There does not seem to be very much originality or innovation going on in that space. Most of the protocols are just carbon copies of popular Ethereum DeFi protocols, which is where most of the DeFi innovation continues to happen despite those high gas costs. That said, Ethereum is apparently weeks away from passing EIP 1559, which would essentially solve all the issues relating to gas fees and send the price of ETH to the moon. Now, when EIP 1559 is implemented, there would not be much reason for DeFi degens to stay on the Binance Smart Chain. However, until that day comes, BNB will continue to grow. You can learn more about EIP 1559 and how to save gas costs by clicking up in the top right. And now for the Huobi token. For those unfamiliar, Huobi is the second largest cryptocurrency exchange by trading volume. It was founded in China in 2013 and is registered in Seychelles. In contrast to Binance, Huobi opted to change its business model in response to the 2017 ban by the Chinese government. Huobi China now operates as a consulting company which focuses on blockchain technologies. Huobi Group owns multiple cryptocurrency exchanges worldwide, including Huobi Global, Huobi Korea, and the soon-to-be reinstated Huobi US. Huobi is also a publicly traded company on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange thanks to a reverse takeover, and Huobi CEO Leon Li is apparently on very good terms with the Chinese government. The Huobi token is a cryptocurrency used in Huobi's ecosystem. On Huobi cryptocurrency exchanges, just holding the Huobi token in your exchange wallet can give you a trading fee discount of up to 65%. It also lets you access exclusive token sales and lets you earn rewards on special occasions in the cryptocurrency space, like Bitcoin Pizza Day. Like BNB, the Huobi token can be used to pay for services from various merchants, though the list is not nearly as extensive. Unlike BNB, holding the Huobi token lets you vote on any proposed changes to the cryptocurrency exchange. While Huobi has been working on a smart contract blockchain called the Huobi chain since 2019 with Nervos Network, the Huobi chain has yet to exit its testnet phase at the time of shooting. In contrast to Binance's CeDeFi and DeFi in general, the Huobi chain is meant to be compliant with Chinese regulations and will require KYC to use. According to a Decrypt article, the Huobi chain's key feature is, quote, that it allows the Chinese government to have a regulator node that will give the government unbridled access to all on-chain data. Now, to say that not many people will be comfortable with that is something of an understatement. Still, Chinese investors are hungry for DeFi, and giving them access to a compliant way to be DeFi degens is certainly worth a lot of money. However, it's questionable if the Huobi token will play a role in Huobi's DeFi ecosystem. This is because the Huobi token is an ERC20 token that was sold in a way which probably doesn't sit well with regulators. Instead of an ICO, Huobi used a points card system in February 2018. Exchange users were able to purchase points cards, which would make them eligible to receive, quote, free Huobi tokens. The details are a bit complicated, but these points card sales worked out to an average price of around $1.50 per Huobi token. 300 million Huobi tokens were given away for free, and Huobi apparently raised $300 million from their points card sales. The Huobi token has a maximum supply of 500 million. Of the remaining 200 million Huobi tokens, 100 million were reserved for future incentives, and 100 million were allocated to the Huobi team with a 4-year vesting schedule. Like Binance and BNB, Huobi allocates 20% of its revenue to burning Huobi tokens. Unlike Binance, Huobi specifies that 15% of this revenue is used to purchase and burn tokens from the circulating supply, and the remaining 5% is used to burn Huobi tokens allocated to the team. This means that Huobi's token burns likely have a greater impact on the price than Binance's with BNB. Huobi bought and burned Huobi tokens on a quarterly basis until 2020, when they switched to burning on a monthly basis. Huobi has burned 250 million Huobi tokens so far, and as far as I can tell, this burning is set to continue until all Huobi tokens have been burned. The Huobi token is the second largest exchange token by market cap. When it comes to price action, it has performed almost as well as BNB since the start of the year. Now, this is actually quite bizarre, given that the Huobi token does not have nearly as much market demand as BNB. My suspicion is that this price action is almost entirely due to Huobi's buying and burning of Huobi tokens. This behavior basically guarantees an appreciation in price for the Huobi token. However, I wonder how long this gravy train is going to stay on the rails. Despite the CEO's strong connections to Chinese authorities, Huobi seems to have come under serious regulatory scrutiny over the last few months. 2 of the exchange's top-ranking executives were arrested in November and December due to suspicions that Huobi's OTC trading services were used to launder money. According to a recent CoinDesk article, the case is also, quote, politically sensitive. Now, while this likely won't have any impact on Huobi Group's cryptocurrency exchanges around the world, it might put a wrench in Huobi's plans to roll out a compliant DeFi ecosystem in China. Any negative news about Huobi would also put a dent in the price of the Huobi token, as it did in the fall, and something tells me that Huobi's OTC investigation is going to make a few more painful headlines before it's resolved. Now, by contrast, I've only seen good things about the FTX exchange in the news. FTX is a cryptocurrency derivatives exchange that is, quote, built by traders for traders. For those that don't know, derivatives are just instruments that get their value from other assets. Derivatives include the likes of options and futures, etc. FTX was incubated in 2019 by Alameda Research, a cryptocurrency trading firm founded by former Wall Street trader Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam is the CEO of the FTX exchange and is also known for being very active in the cryptocurrency community. Like the other crypto exchanges covered so far, FTX is registered in the Caribbean, specifically Antigua and Barbuda. FTX is currently the 4th largest derivatives exchange by trading volume. Even though it processes only a fraction of the volume of Binance and Huobi's futures platforms, FTX features more than 7 times the amount of tradable assets. Many of FTX's futures markets are unique and let you do things like trade stocks before they IPO and profit when altcoins drop using FTX's shitcoin index token. FTX's FTT token can be used as collateral when trading these futures contracts. While FTX has no native DeFi ecosystem, FTT token holders were airdropped SRM to motivate them to use the Serum DEX, which is built on the Solana blockchain. Holding FTT can also give discounts on trading fees of up to 60%, and even gives a cut of any excess capital in FTX's insurance fund to FTT holders. This insurance fund exists to minimize clawbacks. A clawback is when traders who are in profit must give back some of those profits to ensure the exchange remains solvent during times of high market volatility. I'll leave an article in the description that explains clawbacks in more detail if you're interested. These are just a few of the benefits bestowed by the FTT token. FTT is an ERC20 token. Although there was no ICO for it, just over 73 million FTT was sold to private investors in 3 rounds, with price tags ranging from 10 cents to 80 cents per FTT. These sales raked in roughly $10 million and accounted for just under 20% of FTT's initial supply of 350 million. 175 million FTT were allocated to FTX with a 3-year vesting schedule, and the remaining 100 or so million FTT went to various initiatives on the FTX platform, such as liquidity for FTT trading pairs. Some of these remaining FTT tokens also apparently went to the FTX team and company. That's apparently in addition to the 175 million. This skewed allocation really doesn't matter, however, because FTT has a more aggressive buyback and burn schedule than any other exchange token on the crypto market. 33% of all trading fees on FTX go towards weekly buybacks and burns of the FTT token. This is in addition to the 10% of additions to the insurance fund and 5% of all other fees on FTX. 10 million FTT have been burned so far, which is pretty damn impressive when you consider how new FTX is compared to other crypto exchanges. On that note, FTT is one of the only exchange tokens with ample liquidity on other reputable exchanges, namely Binance, which purchased a stake in FTX in December 2019. Although the dollar amount of this investment was not disclosed, I suspect it involved the purchase of the 10 million FTT we now see on the Binance chain. The fact the FTT token has ample volume on other exchanges increases the likelihood that the price is not being manipulated by FTX, which seems to be the case for many other exchange tokens. When it comes to price, FTT has seen a 3x since the start of the year and currently sits as the 3rd largest exchange token by market cap. Given that it's currently ranked 40th by market cap overall, it still has a lot of room to grow, and so does the FTX exchange for that matter. The only problem is that not everyone trades derivatives and futures. Amateur traders coming into the crypto market also have enough of a learning curve already. As I mentioned earlier, though, FTX has done a damn good job of putting themselves in the news. This is thanks to the innovative new products and markets they create on an almost weekly basis. I'm sure many of these markets are enticing traders on other exchanges to pay a visit to FTX. Most importantly, the FTT token has some serious utility that's not reliant on Ethereum having high gas fees or price manipulation by the exchanges which issued it. For these reasons, I think FTT is the best of the 3 exchange tokens I've covered today. For the record, I wanted to include a few other exchange tokens, but many aren't even worth considering, and some exchanges are uncomfortably upfront about how they influence the price of their tokens. While exchange tokens seem to be taking the crypto market by storm, be aware that they are fundamentally tied to their parent exchanges. If Binance, Huobi, or FTX were to experience significant issues or even shut down, then BNB, the Huobi token, or FTT would all become worthless overnight. On the bright side, this dependence means there's no point in taking those tokens off exchanges for safekeeping. For all your other cryptocurrencies, though, remember the golden rule. Not your keys, not your crypto. Always keep your funds in your personal wallet when you're not trading. If you enjoyed this video, spread that joy by hitting up that like button. If you want to get a nudge when the next one hits the tube, subscribe to the channel and ping that notification bell. You should also note that what you see here is just the tip of the investigative iceberg. I share in-depth crypto insights on a daily basis on the Coin Bureau Insider Telegram channel, spit mad lines on my Twitter, and share dank memes on my Instagram. I even reveal my own personal cryptocurrency holdings in my free weekly newsletter, which comes packed with other tips and tricks you need to master the crypto market. If you've already cashed out some of your gains and aren't sure what to do with them, consider supporting the channel by picking up a few items from the Coin Bureau merch store. You can explore the rest of the Coin Bureau ecosystem by using the links in the video description. That's it for today, ladies and gents. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in just a Satoshi.